What's up, everybody? This is Gail Dudley with your News in Motion. Today is what? It is Mimosa Friday. We made it to Friday, y'all. We made it to Friday. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing out there today? Good morning, Kim Kills. Yes, I still have this cough. I don't know what it is, but we're not going to worry about it. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning, people. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, Adrian. What's up, girl? Good morning, Tracy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, people. Good morning, Deborah Johnson. How are you, girlfriend? Good morning, Marion. Good morning, Shirley. Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning. Y'all stepping up in here this morning. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. All right, y'all. It is Mimosa Friday. Good morning, Pastor Alex. Y'all, it is Mimosa Friday. We made it. Good morning, Dana. We made it. Good morning to my brother, Louis Pryor. Good morning, Brenda Randleman. I see there some of the names are flying through, so forgive me if I do not call your name. I just want to say a blanket good morning to all of you. Good morning, John Gore. Y'all, me and John Gore go way back. Me and his wife, Judy Gore, we go way back. We've been friends for years. Let's see, my son will be 35 in December, and we were friends before I even was pregnant or anything. So that's what you call a long friendship. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Kelly Lee. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I won't tell that story. Jonna's going to tell a story, but I won't. Good morning, Oscar. Good morning. All right, y'all. It is Mimosa Friday. Yep, I have mine. Since y'all talked about my last cup, I decided to go incognito. And no, this is not full at all. So you can't even see it in there. But anyway, you can come to the table, spiked or not. Good morning, Annette. Spiked or not, it's just Mimosa Friday. Actually, this one right here is orange juice and non-alcoholic sparkling cider. And I put a little sugar on the rim. Y'all, I can make some mimosas. Trust me, I can make some mimosa. Just ask some of my friends on here. John says, we have many stories. Don't we though? Angela, good morning. All right, y'all, let's get started and see what's happening in the news. Well, happy 78th birthday to President-elect Joe Biden. He will be the oldest U.S. president ever to serve, going into a term at the age of 78. Yes, I can. That's right, John. Tell him, yes, I can. I can make a mimosa, whichever kind of way you want. So we want to say happy birthday to him, however happy it can be with all the craziness that's going on. So let's get started. Biden officially wins Georgia, even after a recount. He is still the winner. So we'll just have to see what they try next there. Speaking of the occupant trying things, they just won't stop, y'all. They won't stop. AP is reporting that the Republican state legislators from Michigan will visit the White House for a meeting in hopes to overturn Michigan by rescinding their certification votes. Y'all just need to stop. Just stop. Y'all, we had the legal team being ran by Rudy Giuliani. Y'all, listen. He was sweating so bad his hair dye was running down his face. I have never had, and yes, I will get my hair dyed. I have never had hair dye running down my face, ever. So with him charging $20,000 a day or an hour or whatever that looks like. Good morning, Demia. Whatever that looks like, whatever he's charging, he can find him a new stylist. Yeah. He can find something other than over-the-counter hair dye. That just didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense at all. And actually, they're starting to look crazy. They're trying to suggest a judge to order Pennsylvania to set aside the popular vote. What country do they live in? Really, what country do they live in? They're trying real hard. Good morning, Bill Palmer. Good morning, Beverly. They are also pressuring county officials in Arizona to delay certifying vote tallies there as well. They are really trying hard. They're really trying hard. You know, here it is. You lost. You lost. Let's move on. Because you are making a mockery out of this country. Just stop. Seriously, people, just stop. This is looking crazy. And I even, you know, for a minute there, good morning, Elizabeth. Good morning, Pamela Carr. Here's what's interesting. For a moment there, good morning, Deborah Sneed. For a moment there, I sat last night just watching all of this. And y'all, and I think I've shared with y'all how many things I have on and then the press releases that are coming through my phone or my iPad or whatever. And I said, okay, let's just think. Let's say they are so criminal focused and they get people. Good morning, Latrice. Yeah, we're literally watching a train wreck. Good morning, Terry. I'm thinking, okay, if this really happens, y'all know we gonna go buck wild. I can't even imagine what the almost 80 million people who voted for Joe Biden, I don't even know. I don't know what would happen. Seriously, y'all, that list I gave y'all last week, y'all better hold on to that list. Y'all better hold on to all them documents, all everything. And maybe that was earlier this week. All my days are starting to run together. But y'all, seriously, I'm thinking he's trying too hard. He knows what's facing him when he comes out of there. I'm just like, what is happening here? So y'all, we have to keep praying. We have to just keep praying in that area. All right, y'all, the coronavirus numbers, they don't look good. Franklin County, basically all of Ohio turned purple, which is the highest it can be. We were saying purple rain. Prince came out with songs yesterday, and he's deceased. But we were like, purple rain. Just like we in lockdown. We in lockdown. There are 12,072,560 confirmed cases. Yeah, let that sink in. 258,354 deaths. There are 7,224,998 that have recovered. So let's celebrate the recovery. Let's celebrate that. Y'all, U.S. breaks the single day record yesterday of 189,000 new cases in one day. In one day. We breaking records now. Breaking records. That's not a record we want to break, but that's what just happened. Now, if you feel sick, or maybe you don't feel sick at all, I want you to understand you could still have the coronavirus. You could be asymptomatic. So just because you don't feel it, you're not coughing, you're not sneezing, don't just think you can go fly by night and do whatever you want to, because you could be a carrier. Yeah, we have to start looking at this thing differently. It's not just about you. It's about all of us. And I really believe if we would just band together, we can all survive this. We can survive this. I pray every day that I don't lose anyone that I know. And I've lost people to COVID that I know. But as of this day forward, I've been praying, actually this past weekend, I've been praying, Lord, don't let me lose somebody else, regardless of how close I am to them or how far away I am from them. And I don't know. And it's sad. I was talking to my friend the other day, actually John Gore's wife, and we were talking, and we were just saying how you can get a cough. Literally, I've been coughing all week. Y'all know I haven't been feeling good all week. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? So I actually went to go get a test. Now, I thought the tests were free. No, it's $300. It's $298. They said every now and then there are pop-ups where you can get it free. Well, I'm not about to pay $298 for nothing. So I'm going to just keep doing my vitamin C and vitamin D. And it comes and goes. The cough comes and goes. But it's interesting because you're like, what is this? And you don't know. You don't know if it's allergies. You don't know if it's your fatigue. You don't know if you have a cold. You don't know. So what I've done is I'm just not going to be around anybody. I've been walking around in my house with my mask on. And my husband's just straight up crazy. So he'll be like, you better stay over there. So we just been laughing about it. But at the same time, it's like, this is really serious. I don't know. But, we think about it. He goes, Gail, where have you been? You haven't been anywhere. You don't even go out the house, which is a true statement except to the grocery store, the post office. And I'm here. But I'm still like very mindful of, okay, maybe somebody in line. I don't know. But y'all, that's how serious this is. So you have to think beyond yourself and think about other people. I'm acting like that in my own house. Like, let me just wear a mask and call it a day. Because I don't know. I don't know. And if I did need to pay $298 to get a test, I would. But I don't think that's what it is. And I'm not speaking that either. Primary One Health gives free tests. I need you to send me that link because everybody I called, every place I went to on Tuesday, nobody seemed to have them for free. All right, y'all, Pfizer. Now get this, y'all. Get this. Little leery here. Pfizer is expected to file for emergency use authorization to begin distributing COVID-19 vaccine. They're doing that today. They're going to file for an emergency use authorization to begin distributing COVID-19 vaccine today. I won't be in that line. I'll pay $300 for a test before I get in the line that you're asking for an emergency authorization. How'd you go from 90% to 95% to ready to distribute in 1 week? How'd you do that? And I'm not a scientist. I failed that class. I'm not a scientist. But I'm trying to figure out how'd you get there that fast? This is not a race, people. This is not a race. You're not trying to outdo Moderna. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to find something that is effective and something that will save lives. Not something, and y'all forgive me when I say this. Don't take this to me. Don't look at me negative by saying this. We're not trying to find something to ward off COVID-19, but then I'm going to end up with heart disease or diabetes or a stroke. So you know how when you're watching the commercials, have y'all ever watched the commercials and they're telling you about this new drug? And at the end, they'll say, warning, could cause death. Well, I'm not taking that. So same thing here. Gail, I know a free testing site. Just let me know, y'all. Let me know. But again, I want all of us in this community to get tested. I'm getting tested for real because I keep coughing. I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from. But it could just be really fatigue. I don't know. Yes, side effects are real. You know, now I'm not making light of this, but I want y'all to hear me when I say this. We go get a vaccine that's brand new. And a month or two later, we're like, I'm limping now. My arm is shriveling up. Now, I might be sounding extreme, but really, tell me what this does. What about the people that ended up in the hospital because of side effects from this drug? Did y'all fix that? How do you know you fixed that? And we hear you have to have 2 doses. So how close of the dose, from what day to what day, from what time frame to what time frame do I need to do that? What does that look like? So y'all use wisdom. I want us all to be saved. I want us all, my prayer is that we're all saved. I want us all to be protected. I'll use that word. I want us all to be protected. So y'all use wisdom before you just get in line to get a vaccine. Use wisdom. Please, y'all, I'm begging y'all to use wisdom. But I do want us all to be protected. All right, y'all, the CDC. Now, I talked about United Airlines yesterday with all these 1,400 new flights for the holidays. But the CDC yesterday is pleading. They are pleading with Americans to avoid Thanksgiving travel. The CDC, along with the nation's top public health agency, pleaded with Americans on Thursday not to travel for Thanksgiving and not to spend the holiday with people from outside of your household. They are begging us not to do that. Now, y'all going to do what you want to, but they're begging us not to. Anytime the people that have been kind of wishy-washy are now saying, nah, I wouldn't do that, we better pay attention to that. And I thought it was very interesting at the White House press conference on COVID-19. They all had on masks, including VP. I'm like, oh, decide to get a mask now, huh? So they're doing it. Y'all, now there's 6 people. There's 6 people in the Senate that have now tested positive. There are 6 people in the Senate that have now tested positive. So y'all, it's rapid, y'all. It's rapid. All right, this is worth repeating. It's Friday. I can do whatever I want to. It's Mimosa Friday. This is worth repeating, y'all. So take notes. Stay home. Celebrate virtually. All right, if you just have to gather, the CDC says BYOB BYO, bring your own bag, bring your own food, your own drinks, your own plates, cups, and utensils. This is on the CDC website. They're telling you to bring your own stuff, from food to utensils and napkins. They said avoid congregating wherever food is prepped. So if you happen to go somewhere and there's somebody in the kitchen prepping food, just leave that one person in there. Everyone shouldn't gather there. Use single options like condiments packets to avoid sharing. Don't pass around the ketchup bottle. Don't pass around the bourbon bottle. Don't pass around the wine bottle. Don't pass around the containers of food. Don't do that. Bring your own stuff. They're saying open windows. We better pray for some good weather, not snow and blizzard. They're saying limit the number of guests to 6. Y'all. They says clean and disinfect frequently touch items and surfaces. I read that and I was like, well, do you want some bleach with your turkey? I mean, can you imagine just going around there and just keep spraying everybody? Somebody gets up, you spray down the chair. I don't want that food after that. It's not worth it, y'all. If sharing food, have one person serve. CDC says if you are traveling, although they say don't do it, they're telling you not to do it. They said check travel restrictions before you go. And now listen, airlines are now testing you. United is the number one tester. Maybe that's where I go to the airport and get tested and come back home. United is the main one that will test you for free. They're doing every employee, every passenger. Now, they're saying, though, that there are some states that when you come in, it's like you're going through almost like a passport line. When you come in, you are giving them your driver's license. They're entering that in there. You got to quarantine. And if you out and about, you're going to get a ticket. So it's not worth it. And so then if you fly back home, when you come back in, they know when you're coming through, TSA will know, okay, you've been here, so now you got to go into this quarantine. Or they can say, depending upon the numbers, you can't even come back in here yet, into this state. So y'all know before you go, know before you go, know before you go. You put testing locations in the chat. Thank you. And y'all, just not Ohio. You know other testing locations. I know we have Indianapolis. We have North Carolina. We have Oregon on here. We have Texas on here. We have Maryland on here. So if you know testing sites, please put them in there. And then we have other places. So we have Michigan on here as well. The other thing that CDC is telling you to do is to get a flu shot before traveling, to get a flu shot. Then they say avoid touching your mask, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Then they said bring extra supplies like masks and sanitizers. Well, I'm going to add to that list. If you just have to really go somewhere, make sure you take a pillow, pillowcase, sheets, towels, soap. You better have everything you need. You better have everything you need, y'all. You know, come on, y'all. You get the picture. Stay home. Just stay home. Just say no. Just say no. All right, y'all. Some horrible numbers. Last week, 742,000 filed for unemployment. That's the first increase since October. Y'all, 35 consecutive weeks for initial jobless claims have been worse than the peak of the Great Recession. 35 consecutive weeks, y'all, of jobless claims have been worse than the peak of the Great Recession. 35 consecutive weeks. 35 consecutive weeks. Y'all, Tyson's Food hired former Attorney General Eric Holder to investigate allegations that managers at a pork plant in Iowa took bets. Y'all, they took bets on the number of workers who should become infected with the coronavirus. Now, come on. You sitting up there working a line with somebody, and people are taking bets on who should get infected. Who should we not tell what's happening? Who should we get over here and let them get sick and we not get sick? This is really happening. And if you're having a job, you're grown. You're more than likely grown. And you're playing this game. Well, Tyson has hired former Attorney General Eric Holder to investigate this. All right, y'all. Macy's reported a 20% drop in same-store sales last quarter and showing concerns about what the rising COVID-19 cases mean for the holiday shopping season. They're showing concern. Now, y'all, cheer for Zoom. Cheer for Zoom. This is how we should do Thanksgiving. Zoom is giving everybody a break. Zoom is giving everybody a break. Zoom has removed the 40-minute time limit for the holiday. So families can talk as long as you want to. Now, they are saying be prepared for internet traffic. But Zoom is like, okay, we're going to take off the 40-minute limit. You know, we just want everybody to stay home. We're following the CDC guidelines. We're just going to let you have free. You don't have to pay. There's not going to be any interruptions. There's not going to be any advertisement. But they're saying be aware that there's going to be some internet traffic. There's going to be some internet traffic. So beware. All right, y'all, for the win, for the win, for the win, for the win, for the win. Michelle Obama for the win. Michelle Obama for the win. Her IG, which is her Instagram, is on fire. It's just straight fire. Her post, she did a reflection earlier this week on her post, and she really took the when they go low, we go high to a higher level. She talked about the fact how, just reflecting back over everything that's going on, she talked about her love for the Bush family. She talked about how they invited her and her husband into the White House and the children to the children and just the bond and the relationship they built. She talked about that. She talked about her disappointment of Hillary's loss in 2016, even after all the things that came out about the current occupant. She did this whole post and didn't name him. She talked about her strength to welcome a man's wife into her, at that point, her home and into her office, whose husband put her husband and their family in danger. She talked about that in the post. And she talked about the fact that she had to grow up. She had to mature and she had to forgive. She said, although she was angry, although she was like, I don't want to do this, she said she knew she had to do it, because they wanted to make sure that their staff were trained and they knew everything, and the binders and the files and the computer, just everything that was going on, what they were working on, where they were, what their budgets were, how much of the budget was going to be rolled over. She went through an entire post about this. So this leads me to my inspirational message, and we'll sign off for the day. And my inspirational message is that, y'all, it's time for us to mature and to forgive. It's time for us all to mature and to forgive. I want to first start with forgiveness. Who in your circle or who in your life have you chosen not to forgive? Because that unforgiveness could be causing your illness, whatever illness that may be. I want us to do a self-evaluation with this and say, okay, who do I need to forgive? And I'm going to take it a step further. Do you need to forgive yourself? Do you have any guilt or shame that you're having to work through? And today is the day that you have to say, you know what? Self, I forgive you. Self, I'll let you go out of this bondage. Self, you're free to now go live. Because those sins, that guilt, that unforgiveness, that shame has all been washed away. Whatever that is. Maybe it's something you said. Maybe it's something that you did. Maybe it's how you lived. Maybe it's a past relationship. I don't know. But again, we have to mature and forgive. So even as we're forgiving other people and you're putting that list together, don't forget to put your name on it if you haven't forgiven yourself for anything that you have done in the past or anything that you're holding yourself hostage. Maybe everyone else has set you free, but maybe you have not set your own self free. And you keep wanting to place blame on other people and other situations and pass this, that, or the other. And God is saying, no, I need you to look at yourself. You're holding on to the past, and God is saying, I need you to let that go. I need you to forgive yourself because I forgave you a long time ago. Now let me back up and talk about it's time for us to mature. Y'all, it's time for us to grow up. I'm talking to myself here too. Every inspirational message I share, trust me, I'm sharing it because of something I've been dealing with myself. I love you too, Joy Bruton. I love you too, sis. But y'all, seriously, it's time for us to mature. Just think about it. I was thinking about Michelle Obama's words on Instagram. I mean, I read it. She had a long post. It was like a blog post. And I said, I don't know if I could have done that. That you talked about, you were the whole birther person. You were the person putting my husband and my children in jeopardy. You were the person who, when my mother and my daughter was in the living room of the White House, somebody was trying to shoot up the White House. You did this, and now I got to welcome you in? Man, I was reading that going, I don't know if I could have done that. But then when the more I kept reading, I said, wow, that's maturity. That says a lot about who she is, which when I look at maturity, after saying that, and this is my inspirational message as I end this morning, is that when you know who you are, and when you know your confidence and your boldness and your value and your worth, what other people try to sow into your life, you don't have to stitch that together. Go ahead and let that seam bust, because that's not who you are. You know, I read the Bible. I don't hide that. And I know that there's many of you on here who are believers, and there are many of you on here who are not. But you're saying that you're hearing my word. So let me share this with you. The word says that I'm more than a conqueror. So if my maker says I'm more than a conqueror, I can't allow you to tell me that I'm a failure. No, I'm going to mature and hold on to who I know God calls me to be. He says I'm more than a conqueror. He also says I'm the head and not the tail. So I'm the head. I'm the head. I'm the one that sees. The head. When you think about the head, my brain, my mouth, my ears, my nose, my eyes. Yeah, I'm the head and not the tail. That means I see everything. So y'all, it's time for us to heighten our awareness and our wisdom about who we are. You know, it's time out for, oh, you're overly confident. No. The word says I'm more than a conqueror. So I'm not overly confident. I'm walking in my purpose and walking in who God says I am. And people will say, well, that's not being humble. Yeah, that is. That's being humble. You know what's not being humble? See, what we do is we take humility to another level that God never called us to be. Humility is pretty much understanding the word of God, which means we have to stand up under God's word. So if I'm standing up under God's word, I'm more than a conqueror. Boom, there I am. And if you don't like it, you have to wrestle through why you don't like that, which means there's probably a mirror you need to turn on yourself to ask yourself the question, why don't I like so-and-so's confidence? What is it about me? Let me mature up and let me forgive myself for feeling less than who I am. Y'all, we got to get beyond this. We got to push past this. You know, I really believe if we would mature up and if we would forgive, we would have the economic power to do what we need to do. I really do believe it. I believe they go hand in hand. I don't believe they're disconnected. I believe the reason we do not have the economic power that really belongs to us, if we're just going to be real, let's go there. The economic power really belongs to us, but because we choose to play small, there's that. Because we choose, and the key word there is choose, because we choose to play small, we're lacking, and we're lacking because we haven't matured up and walked into the promises and walked into our purpose and walked into our future. And a lot of that has to go with the guilt and shame that we put upon ourselves, and that's that unforgiveness. And I'm saying it's time for you to forgive yourself. If you haven't noticed it, y'all, it's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's time to break the cycle, y'all. It's time to break this cycle. Stop it, y'all. It's time to break it. We have to cut that root, and we have to live into what God called us to live into. So that's how I'm going to leave you today, y'all. And if you have Instagram, go look at Michelle Obama's Instagram. It's the last post that she has up. I believe it was 2 days ago, and it talks about her reflection. Y'all, that's a serious woman. That's a powerful woman to let those people into at that time, her house. That was her house. That was her house. People who caused her and her family danger. Y'all, she matured up and she also forgave. It's time for us to mature up and to forgive. All right, y'all, don't forget Monday, if you want to join us on the Zoom at 6:30, we're having just a Friendsgiving on Monday. I will be sending out the link to everyone. I've gotten a lot of inbox messages and emails saying, hey, I want to join. You can do it as an open house where you can just stop by, or you could come and stay 60 minutes, 90 minutes is totally up to you. If you want to come, either inbox me before noon today or email me. If you email me, send it to GED. And that stands for Gail Elizabeth Dudley at MIM. That's M as in Mary, I, M as in Mary, today, TODAY.org. GED at MIMtoday.org. We're just going to have a good time on there as this news and motion community and family that we have been building. So if you want to join that, that's going to be 6:30 on Monday. 6:30 on Monday. Y'all, if you are doing anything and you want to just, get a few items. I know in Ohio, in Franklin County, we purple. We ain't supposed to be going nowhere. But if you do, don't forget you can use the Target link. I'll put it in the thread below, be the last one on there. The Target link. You can either go pick up what you need from Target once you order it or have it delivered. It's totally up to you. And, yep, the girl's been on me. If anybody just want to say, you know what, we love the work that you're doing, Gail Dudley. We just want to sow a seed. You can cash at me at the $ M as in Mary, I, M as in Mary, today, TODAY. That's the cash app. MIM stands for Ministry in Motion. News in Motion is up under Ministry in Motion. I think that's it, everyone. You have a great weekend. You have a great, great weekend. And Monday, 7:25, if the Lord allows me to wake up and come here today, I'll be right here at 7:25 a.m. on Monday. All right, y'all, you make it a great day. Have a fabulous day. And remember, mature up and forgive, including yourself. Peace out, everyone. Have a great weekend.